This is nuts. I just got to the Sally house. This is Quinn. I've been in here 5 seconds, and Sally is communicating with K2 meter. Step towards the K2 meter if... See? Good God! This is insane. This week I was up in Silver Plume, Colorado, and I got to stay at the historic Windsor Hotel and also run around the cemetery up there. So if you've seen any of my other episodes, I did one about Silverdale, and it definitely gave you some history of Silver Plume. But basically, there was a time when silver was considered worth more than gold. And during that time, you had, like, Georgetown, which is the richest, Colorado. Georgetown, Colorado was the richest town in Colorado because of the silver mines. Leadville, all of these were booming. And then when the president changed the silver standard to the gold standard and just decided, hey, gold's worth more now. Apparently just decided that. A lot of these towns suffered, and some of them completely shut down, like Silverdale. Some of them are kind of left as more just residences, like Silver Plume. I mean, there's the hotel, there's a coffee shop, and I think a bread shop, and then just houses. And then Georgetown found ways to stay open. They have the Georgetown Railroad and a few different things. But yeah, so there's not much left in Silver Plume, like I said. Silver Plume was basically kind of a residential camp, mining camp for Silverdale and Georgetown. In 1893, the historic Windsor Hotel opened as the Hotel Wood. And in 1901, it became the New Windsor Hotel. There was fires and different things that happened. But basically, it was a boarding house for miners. The miners would stay there and then go work up in Silverdale and Silver Plume. And it's supposedly very haunted. It's also... it's also completely on a slant. You can tell that the back is sinking in. There are no, level surfaces inside that hotel. So yeah, come with me as I stay in the hotel and see if I can talk to any miners. That's the Windsor Hotel. Let's go. Up. Wait room. You good? This beautiful little stove. So I'm at the historic Windsor Hotel. I came up to do a little ghost hunting, but I have got a wicked headache.
We can't stay.
We can't stay. You can go if you want. I'm gonna stay. Rune the Wonder Pibble is here. Yes, sir. Hi to people. She's very much into sleeping right now. Look at this. Bubba. This is the room that I'm in. It's little, but the house was built in the 1800s, so, and you have a shared European type bathroom. I think I'm going to read I bought a book about walking tour with Silver Plume. Silver Plume. It went off. So I think I'm going to do a little reading. Maybe I'll read some out loud that's interesting and see if that sets anything off or not. But yeah, with this migraine, I'm trying to get motivated to set up equipment and hunt. Oh, and my neck and head are just killing me. EMF keeps going off. But that's a cool picture right there. Yeah.
Lower your voice.
Lower my voice. Well, I'm already whispering. I don't know how much lower I'm going to do it, but I am going to drink a shit ton of water. What, you want attention? You want attention? What are you doing, Wonder Pibble?
Smoke.
Smoke, what do you think of this dog? What do you think? We're looking at herself. Lay down, babe. Lay down. That's fine. The Wonder Pibble's settled again. So I've got this. I saw this walking tour of Silver Plume. Something's happening on I-70. You can hear the sirens and shit. Okay, so high-grade silver was discovered in 1864 at on McClellan Mountain. In 1865, prosecutors were heading into the mountains of Silver Plume, Georgetown to try their luck.
Heart attack.
Did you have a heart attack? Just petting the Wonder Pibble. By the late 1860s, numerous rich silver ore veins had been discovered. And miners' tents.
Move it.
Miners' tents. Does somebody not want me here? It said lower your voice and move it. I didn't. I failed. I haven't started. This is probably why, because I didn't put out presents and I didn't introduce myself. So I don't blame you. So, okay, so I was trying to do a little ghost hunting and just bite this headache, and I kept getting lower your voice, go away.
She will touch you.
Cool.
I'm
in.
below.
So I realized, well, I'm not doing it the right way, so I'm going to start over. I'm the Mighty Quinn. I just like to talk to ghosts. I mean no harm. I'm here out of respect and communication. Not here to offend anybody. And I brought some whiskey and a cigarette, some coins. That is an old school mining lantern. I thought that might trigger some stuff going on because this big connect.
You're listening.
I am.
Continue.
Okay. Well. So the historic Windsor Hotel started as a miners' hotel in 1884. Was rebuilt after a 1902 fire. Did you say smoke a little while ago? I mean, that's the story of
Cousin
of all these mining towns. Whose cousin is here? Is that Stephanie? That's the Wonder Pibble's head. Is Stephanie talking to me? If that Stephanie set something off, that would be epic. Later became a boarding house frequented by Thomas Edison, Nikola Tesla. Restored to a charming Victorian bed and breakfast. So it was built during the Plume's silver mining boom. It was a hub for miners. The Lampshire family owned the hotel for over 100 years. Crazy. In 2013, the new owner that lives downstairs purchased and restored it and opened it as a bed and breakfast in 2014. Okay, so that's that. What I got?
Perfect.
Thank you. Perfect, it said. By 1880, the population approached 2,000, including residents in the adjacent town of Brownville. I don't know anything about Brownville. Again, a lot of the miners were from Cornwall, Wales, Ireland, and Italy. And worked 10-hour shifts for $2.50 a day.
Table.
$2.50 in 1880. So today that would be $80 a day. So that would be $8 an hour. So yeah, not much.
Failure.
Failure. Bet there was a lot of miners that tried to mine and failed. That sucks. Wow, 1884, there was a fire that demolished the east section of town. But it stopped just short of St. Patrick's Catholic Church.
Table.
You said table twice. Why are you talking about tables? I put on the dresser over there, I put whiskey and cigarette and coins and an old miner's lantern. And you're welcome to touch or play with any of that. The stuff on the table's for you. By the lantern. I might eat that in an old bar. Brownville, a small settlement 1/2 mile west of Silver Plume. Plagued by mudslides and avalanches coming down Brown Gulch. Only a few foundations can be found there. 1899, 10 Italians were killed.
Next to you.
I'm glad. You're welcome to be next to me. It said 1899, 10 Italians were killed when their homes near the schoolhouse were swept away in an avalanche. I saw in the cemetery today a big memorial to that. So I'll pause here and show it to you. So who's next to me? That's a cool picture. Oh, that's a carved aerial tramway. That looks safe. Okay. Yeah, 1893, the Sherman Silver purchase.
Martin.
Martin's here with me. pretty cool. I mean, there was a small delay, but I asked who was next to me, and it said Martin. Well, hi, Martin. You're welcome to hang out. I'm sorry I put stuff in that chair. Lay down. Come on, lay down. Lay down, Bubba. All the attentions. Martin, do you want to say anything? Maybe we'll turn on. Oh no, you're the most precious baby. Is that a burp? It said Mr. Baker. There you go, good girl.
Ungodly.
Ungodly. I'm a witch. How do you feel about that? Pagan, heathen. Okay, in 1893, the Sherman Silver Purchase Act was repealed and the United States abandoned the silver standard. The price of silver declined. Oh, okay. The Silver Plume current renaissance began in the 60s. The museum opened in the old schoolhouse. Efforts were begun to preserve historic buildings. Wrong? Which part is wrong? Yeah, you can't lick on that, Bubba. I'm sorry.
Hidden. Okay. Is this yours? Home. I'm ill, watching you. Deborah, grandmother. So I'm here at the Silver Plume Cemetery, which is really cool. A little bit hidden. The road, it sounds discouraging. It says no public use and stuff, but it's to a cemetery, and the cemetery is open to the public. So I came up to check it out, and let's just show you some of the cool stuff. There's a Wonder Pibble back in the game. You can see one of her spots that was taken off right there. But she is back and killing it. Oh, here's some more row. I use this Find a Grave app. And they asked for pictures of their family's gravestones. One of them was a row, so I have to turn you off for a minute and see if I found the one. So no Elizabeth Row, but we look at all the names, and we'll keep looking. What is that? Random. Okay, so we're looking for Elizabeth Row, John Row, Beatrice, George, Ella. There was rows up there too, rows of rows. And we gotta look at something cool. Stay with me, puppy. They carved row into that rock, and that's pretty epic. It said new on my Ghost app. I'm gonna quiet a minute so I don't break my neck here. Okay. If I come upon Elizabeth Row's grave, or one of the other ones that people wanted pictures of, please say something in the spirit box. You said new. Did that mean you knew a row? There's one of the rows here.
Lance.
Lance? That is a disturbing name because my my estranged brother is named Lance, and zero desire to talk to that human. Oh, that one. You can't read either of those. Excuse the filming. I do have the Wonder Pibble with me. Oh, look at all these cool. It's really sad.
Yapping.
Yapping? You want me to stop yapping? Nanny. It's beautiful. Look at that wood one. And look at the way it's made. I don't know the name of that. Somebody might, but that looks like a very old school way of making fences. A lot of this is in snow. There's been a puppy here. There's also been rabbit. Is that rabbit?
The light.
What do you mean by the light? Zook. It's a cool name. I gotta clean this one off. Sanders. Ooh, I love how the lettering was outlined on that one. It's probably remade in 22, so it's new, but very cool. Why are we talking about Lance? I don't want to go that way. That looks like it's going out. Let's go this way. Is there someone here in the graveyard named Lance? It said back when I asked if there was someone here in the graveyard named Lance. I should have brought globes. Let's go this way, Angel. Yeah, this is just a pretty graveyard. Sophia. Okay. We will look for Sophia. Try not to trip over the dog or myself. You know I'm clumsy if you follow my channel. Oh, there's so many. See how small? Oh no, that's in between two. So that's not the actual human. What's this? Beers. Herd. Wetzel. I am not. Look how it just keeps going and going. I am not going to fall down that snowy hill. So we're going to go around. So pretty. Get out of the grave, baby. Thank you. I know you don't understand. You're fine. I love these iron ones too.
Mason.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of masons in here and other William Chapel. Wasn't Chapel one of them? Pause game. That might be. Chapel is definitely a name we were looking for. It just said portrait, which is. Okay, here's a few chapels. I don't see. I think we already looked at these, didn't we? That's fine. Come on, Buck. No Albert Chapel. Let's see. Can we go down this without dying? I don't know. If I have to think that hard, then the answer's no, right? Oh my god, there's more over there. I heard this cemetery was like, oh, it's just a small mountain town cemetery. But every time you think you've seen it all, you have not. What do we got here? Plate. Not a name we're looking for. But, okay. About to walk on some ice. Look at this cool
Killing.
feeling. I'm going to turn this off a second so I don't die. So there are multiple gates. There are multiple gates in multiple sections. Usually you just see a gate around the whole place. I don't know if they're like Catholic versus Protestant versus nanner. But I have never seen a cemetery with so many dang gates. That is a cool shot right there. Wow. So clearly this is the Catholic section. That is really cool. Oh, Olins? Gollins, maybe. I don't know. Wow. Look at those. Couple wooden ones. Buckley, Air Force of Vietnam. I'm trying not to stop in the... That's a big ass cross. I'm not trying not to stop too long in the snow because Rune doesn't have her boots on. She usually doesn't want or need them unless it's like, oof, snow all day, like no spots of no snow. That's beautiful. Right over there is I-25, or excuse me, I-70. Right over there is I-70. But that seems a little treacherous. Filming and dog walking and snow show. That could be doable if there wasn't so many sticks. What are these mounds? Or if those were bodies or just kind of the way it laid. See if there's a easier way to get to any of these. That might be a way.
So yeah, initial impressions before reviewing any of the evidence. The walls are paper thin. I got the last room that was available, and you could tell why it was the last room because it's right next to the bathroom. And every time somebody was in the bathroom, it sounded like they were walking in my room, number one, and number two, opening my door. So I didn't sleep very well, but also had to debunk any of the steps and noises that I recorded because, you know, just paper thin. You could hear dogs in the next room. You can hear people talking. It would really, sound carried very, very well. There was two things that happened in the middle of the night. At one point, I remember waking up because it sounded like not somebody walking in my room, like moving the handle and walking like I was hearing through the bathroom, but ran into the room and ran up to my side of the bed. And when I woke up startled, I had the impression that it was two kids, two little girls, being mischievous and teasing me. why I got the impression that it was two little girls is what makes me think that it was more paranormal than somebody going to the bathroom. Number one, nobody was running to the bathroom. Like I said, the floors were slanted, and you're at high altitude. It's hard to see, at 2 a.m. And yeah, no one was going to be running to that bath, much less two little kids side by side. So I'm still taking that as paranormal. Got back to sleep. Oh, and I didn't get that, because of that debilitating headache that I had when I was up there, I only set up a couple phones throughout the room. So their batteries had died long before these incidences, of course. Isn't that always the way? So no, I don't have any evidence that this actually occurred. What do you do? The other thing I felt is a few hours after that, I was sleeping in the bed with Rune, and, we normally don't get to sleep in the same bed because of my asthma, so I woke up sweltering a few times and kept kicking off the covers, so I didn't have the comforter laying over me. So late in the night, it felt like somebody had taken the comforter and draped it back over me, and when I woke up, it was over me. Rune was curled up in a coma, we hiked so much and she played in the snow that she did not move a muscle all night long. And she was beside me, not down here where the comforter came up, and so I don't know, that still felt like something occurred there. As far as evidence, I didn't get a whole lot. I got some interesting things on Seer. I got some interesting comments. But for the whole, I got one disembodied breath, that I actually think is something, because I still got about 4 hours of footage just using my phones with my headache. And while I picked up, the dog barking and people walking, nothing else sounded like this breath. The breath actually sounded in the room. So, kind of debunkable. It could easily have been outside the room, and that was just the one time I heard it. Also sounded different to me. So, you take that with a grain of salt. It is what it is. I definitely would like to go back sometime, a time when I drink plenty of water and not give myself a massive migraine, so I can stay up and you ghost hunt more in the room. I think that I could go into the breakfast area. I think if I went in there late at night and was very quiet, I think I could do some ghost hunting in there without disturbing any guests, especially if I get the room that I really want, because it would be the one that shared a wall with that, room 2. So anyway, have plans to go back some other time, but it was still a lovely getaway, especially after Rune had a little health scare. She had a few little cancerous lumps removed, which is why I haven't posted anything in a long time on this channel, because I've been doing all kinds of tests with her. Then we had the surgery, and taking care of her, making sure she was okay. So I've been totally obsessed with the princess and working on her. But luckily, she is doing great, and hopefully we're done. Hopefully we kicked cancer's ass. But we'll see. But anyway, enjoy the historic Windsor, and the running around the cemetery was also a blast. I put up a trail cam to see if I could catch the phantom lights that are rumored to go around that place at night. I didn't get anything on the trail cam, which is a bummer, but I'm not giving up on the trail cam. Someday I'm going to get something on it. But beautiful cemetery. The road up to the cemetery is very misleading, because it says things like no trespassing, private road, but I know that the cemetery is a public cemetery and people are allowed to go in it. but I was definitely getting nervous. I talked to the owner of the historic Windsor, very, very nice person, and she was like, yeah, they're tired of people going up there and picnicking in the cemetery, which sounds suspect to me. Who cares if people picnicking? That was an old school Victorian thing, and I actually love the idea of people bring it back. I think it's more likely people were leaving their trash or being disrespectful, maybe going at night and ghost hunting and disturbing people around there. So if you go up to the cemetery, just be very respectful, and just stay on the road, because, I definitely got a vibe from, it's a mountain town, and mountain towns in Colorado contain people that aren't very good with people, and that's why they move there, and can be a little scary. So I definitely got a vibe, stay in the cemetery, and that's it, and then leave, so, and I listen to those, so. But anyway, still wonderful place, and loved running around and seeing this old town. It's beautiful.